Well, hello and welcome back to my drunk Let's Play of Dream Daddy. My name is Travis Peter and this is episode 10. So, if you'll remember from the last episode, I redid our second date. So now we got all of the hearts, we got all of the eggplant penises, and we got an S rank. We got an S rank, which is great. So there's only one more date left for me to win Craig's heart. However, we are at home. There's probably a bunch of other stuff that's going on. So let's just get straight into it. Of course, this is my second episode that I'm recording today. As you know, I drink, and this is the status update, in case you're wondering. And the last episode was such a mess already. Here we go. Anyway, well, it's been a long day. Listen, preach. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites, am I recording everything? I always have to double check, especially at this point in the evening. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? Oh yeah, she was like super sad before, wasn't she? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strange. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. Oh, she's really crying. She's like super crying right now. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. Did something happen? Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. Something must have happened. We gotta press her on this because we need to help her. We're her dad. I don't have cheats for this whole thing, but I'm pretty sure there is like a dark Amanda ending, like I've mentioned, that like things do not turn out well, but I'm pretty sure I haven't fucked her up enough to this point that I don't really need to cheat for it. Amanda, get out. Okay. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her crying again. She get her heart broken? Is that what it is? Maybe she's just really sad about leaving home because she's an amazing daughter and I'm an amazing dad. Wow. What is her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. Oops. Bad choices, Travis. I can't even remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams... Ooh, I have waffles. I'm gonna eat waffles after this. They're apple cinnamon, gluten-free, vegan. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted by food, as usual. And slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes her still freezer-burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen. Ugh, teenagers, right? I sit back at the kitchen table and look at the picture of Amanda and I hanging on a wall. I'm in it. I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying. In it, I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knee and she would get up and try again. Finally had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing even happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea, so I shouldn't have tried to force her to talk about it as what you're telling me after the fact. Great advice, Jack. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, honestly, what do I do for a job? This game up to this point I'm on part 10, and there's been no indication about how I'm, bringing home the bread, if you know what I'm saying. The bread. That's not a saying. I'm pretty sure that's not a real saying. Anyway, I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me because I made bad choices last time. Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, So just whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Oh. Honey, I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Good one. First burp of this episode, probably. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Ta-da! Dad? It took me oh, that's so cute. Sorry you're sad, but I support you 100%. That's adorable. It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over, and this is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big old hug. Oh, look, her eyes are red. She's having a rough time. Who broke your heart? I'll kill him. I'll grab some plates and forks and serve up some delicious cake. I want cake too. I don't have cake, but I have waffles. So, it's really stupid. What is? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes?
Oh.
I guess I should start from the top. Oh, I'm so excited to find out all the drama. Spill the tea, girl. Spill that tea. So, you know how Emma R is going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R. The one who puked in Dead Gotham Beyond, the best friend. The other one. The best friend? Oh, nice. I totally guessed. I did not know that. You got it. Wow, proud of you.
Oh.
Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M that both of the Emmas, Grace, and Noah all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night that they all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final. Yikes. So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I'm pregnant. No, she's not. I have a crush on Noah, and that's a thing. What? Whoa, I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that, okay? You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned from the worst.
Oh.
Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just kept quiet and kept going about my business. I'm finding about all the drama, and I'm living for it. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invite everybody out to get nachos at the mall. Oh, I want nachos too. Why is there talk of so much food in this game? And after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable.
Dad.
Dad. So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court, and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos without me. Okay, story time. So I was coming from, reminded me of a story. I know you want to see the game, but I'm going to tell you a personal story because I get really personal in this series. Anyway, so I came to town. It was before I currently live in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul, in Minnesota. And I used to live in Moorhead, Minnesota, where I went to college. And so there was this guy I was sort of seeing. He was super flaky. And he lived here during the summer while I was still in Moorhead for the summer. Well, I came to town because I had a bunch of auditions that I had. And I was like, before I come back... Oh, no, I was in town for another reason. I came back anyway. But, so I was in town and I was like going to leave like that day. But I was like, I'll stay in town a little bit later so we can hang out. So I text him, look, we had plans to go to the mall, which is what reminded me of this whole thing. We were going to go to the mall, which is the Mall of America, the biggest mall in the United States of America. And we were going to hang out there for a little bit before I drove all the way back to Moorhead, Minnesota. And so I am texting him while I'm at the mall. I knew he was at work, but if he was getting done with work, so I'm like, I'm here. Like, let's meet up and do this. And he's like, oh my God, babe, I'm so sorry. Like, I've got to I've got to stay late at work. I feel so bad. And I was like, I'm not a person who freaks out about those sort of things. So I'm like, I'm just gonna, okay, fine, whatever. Like, I'll find something to do. So I'm literally at the mall that I told him that I'm gay. Has that clear at this point? Anyway, I told him that we were gonna meet at like literally the mall. He knows where I am. So I'm like done. I've like eat by myself. Like I've done some shopping. It's fine. I had a good time at the mall, but I'm leaving. I'm walking out and I literally see him there with someone else. Not a romantic person. It's a friend of his that maybe, was it a romantic sort of situation? Obviously it didn't work out. I haven't spoken to him in years, but I literally see him there. I don't confront him. I don't speak to him, but I see him there with someone else as I'm walking out and leaving and driving home before I drive home. Like, my God. Like, so this whole thing with Amanda makes a lot of sense to me because it's like, you knew where I was. Like, you weren't worried, like, when you were blowing me off that you were going to, like, see me. You were literally out of the Twin Cities. There's 2 cities. There's a million places to go in those 2 cities. You went to the one place you knew I was, even though you knew I was blowing me off anyway. So I relate, is what I'm trying to say. Like this video because I told a really personal story that I've never told on any of my YouTube channels before. Okay. Anyway, so she finds all of them all hanging out together and eating nachos without me. What? Right? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R., which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss. No. Yes, I know. So I storm over there, and I'm like, hey. Oh, she's better than I am. I did not storm over like I should have. And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt because, of course, she does, and Emma R. just, like, glares at me. Bitch, why would you glare? Grace. Nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the gossipy one? I know! I'm getting these right. I'm doing so good. Grace is the one nobody really likes, or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck, which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. So I left without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to this shitty day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to MR asking how long the Noah thing's been going on, and sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following? What did MR say? I'm a little confused, but I think I understand. I'm following. What did MR say? Oh, okay, get a load of this. Emma R. says, you know what? Let me just read it to you. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads, word for word, an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I can believe that. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. Oh, I should have said I can't, because she can't believe it. Oh, fuck. Oh, well. She's not going to run away. I hope. I feel like a lot just happened in the last 5 minutes of this video. I feel exhausted from telling that story because I have not told it in a long time. Listen, let me know in the comments if you want to hear more, because that is not the final story that I have with that personal individual that I was talking about before. So I'm hoping, for Amanda's sake, that what has happened later in my life does not happen to her. But listen, there is more to that story. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I'm trying my hardest to be supportive. Oh. They were dating in secret for like months. That's fucking shady. Teenagers, am I right? So I told her she's being a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me on read, and then, oh, it's like she read the text messages but didn't respond. I get it, girl. I'm still a millennial. Wait, left me on read? What, on read? What's that? Oh, like, she saw my message and didn't reply. And I know because there are read receipts. I don't know what read receipts are, but I'm gonna nod and pretend I understand. Listen, girl, I understand. Jack doesn't, but I do. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything, and I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. All right, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. There we go. And there's... I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm a mess. How long have I been recording? It feels like I've been recording for hours. There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me, half my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Listen, why? Because she's amazing. She's hilarious. Who are these lame-ass friends? Is what I would say. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everybody else, but Emma R's been there since Dad died. Why do I get so sad every time that's mentioned? That's like too real. My dad's alive. This is not a personal thing. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everyone just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. I just had a lot of feels. They just really overwhelmed me. Amanda looks so dejected. I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help? Oh, it's gonna give me options, isn't it? Oh, thank God. Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Why are they not friends with her? She's amazing. She's literally the best character in this game. Wow. I know it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb. Are you kidding? This is ridiculous. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Manda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time. Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long, long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Not all friendships last forever. Real friends don't do that. High school sucks. Listen, high school sucks. Honey, high school sucks. You make friends with people just because they're there. When you're still living in your hometown, there's a pretty small pool of people to choose from. But once you go to college and once you get out into the real world, you're going to be exposed to all sorts of people. Listen, it gets better. Hashtag it gets better. Hashtag fucking true. And it's going to be easier to make friends with the people who really get you. Some of those friendships can last a lifetime. I mean, look at me and Craig. Sometimes you'll meet them later in life after they've gone through divorce and you make out with them and then you fall in love and it's the most amazing, magical romance you've ever had. Amanda, don't you understand? And some of them only last a little while, and that's okay too. You're going to make so many awesome new friends at art school. Granted, I have stayed pretty close with a lot of my high school friends, so I'm not the right person to talk about this with. The guy I was talking about before, the whole Mall of America thing, he was from college. Ultimately, I think this says, I'm almost positive he's not going to see this video, like a 99.99999% sure. So I don't feel awkward about that. If he ever does, listen, should have behaved better back in the day. Although I forgive you, I'm over it. I'm just telling this. Anyway, sorry. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about yours because you're amazing, preach. And if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. I'll keep that in mind. I look down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake? Yes, we did eat that whole cake. Just eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops. Yes? Thank you. You're always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
She said it. She actually said it. I love you too, Dad.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay, so I was looking at the time. I just want to make sure there's a little bit of time. So we can go ahead and message Craig because that's the only one we're trying for. Oh, 2 hearts, 2 hearts, 2 hearts, 2 hearts, 2 hearts, 3 hearts makes a sex tape. Oh my God, dream come true. Is there dirty fan? There's actually, surprisingly, there's a lot of fan fiction for this game, especially of Craig. So I'm like not the only one who's like totally thirsty AF for him. But is there like dirty fan fiction? I might have to Google that later. Anyway, you know what they say about third dates? They get pretty serious. Are you sure this is your dream daddy? Oh, so this is where it must be where it gives you the option so you can like date other dads. But like if you commit to the third date, this is the ending you're committing to. I'm committing to this ending. I am sure this is my dream daddy. Are you kidding me? Are you friggin' kidding me? Granted, there's a lot of other like fantastic, amazing men in this game. It took some time. Oh my God, I'm so ready. It took some time for our schedules to line up, but I was finally able to find a weekend where Craig and I could go camping. He always stays so busy with work and the kids, but it's good to know that we'll just be able to spend some time relaxing in nature. Since our first run, I've managed to go on regular runs with Craig. Oh, so we've been together. Why have I not seen every single moment that this has happened? Dream Daddy the game. I want to see every Craig moment. Sorry. I mostly do them because it seems like the only time we get to hang out. But the added benefit is that I've seen a lot of improvement in my health. I was able to sift through the attic and find my old camping gear from college. Craig put me in charge of bringing the sleeping bags. What if I just bring one? One that has just room for one and we have to share it? I'm almost done. Let me finish this at that thought. Anyway, bringing the sleeping bags in the tent while he takes care of the food. So I double check to make sure everything is ready to go. Craig should be here any minute now. Amanda's gonna be let me try again. Amanda's gonna be spending this weekend on a school trip to our nation's capital. She hasn't been away from home without me for longer than a day since she was 14. I hope she isn't feeling as nervous about it as I am. I feel like I've gotten a lot sloppier in the last few minutes. Excuse me. Hey, Amanda Panda. Amanda's in the middle of sitting on top of her luggage in order to get it. Excuse me. I think it's almost about time to end this video. In order to get it to finally zip. Hey, Pops. Ready for your trip? Once I get this bad boy all zipped up, I'm good to go. How much did you pack? That seems like a lot for 2 days. Oh, it's all my camera equipment, lenses, tripod, flash, all that. Are you even gonna have time to take pictures? I'll find a way. I need to get some good shots for my series on national monuments. Oh, what's the series about? It's one of those internet series where I reimagine Disney princesses as founding fathers. Why are people not friends with her? Like, how was she having trouble in high school? She is fucking amazing. What? I'm kidding. Nobody likes those. Okay. She just trolled me so hard. I'm taking portraits of my friends. Oh, well, I'm gonna be in the woods, out there in nature, you know, roughing it, just me and Mother Nature. The old Madre de trees. Are you gonna be all right on your own? Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna have any signal out there. I won't be able to text you or call you at all. Oh, it's all right. I'll be able to survive a couple days without constant updates on who just got voted off International Haunted House Hunters. Well, I'll miss you. And for the record, Bradley was pushed down a flight of ornate stairs by a ghost. They were really beautiful stairs. Amanda finishes zipping up the big suitcase and lugs it next to the door of her bedroom. She turns around and gives me a big hug. Yeah. Relax, Dadtron. I'm a big kid now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I gotta share a room with Monica Sanders and 2 mom chaperones. The most trouble I could possibly get into is falling asleep with a tub of ice cream in me, or on me. Oh, well. All right. Don't steal anything, okay? Since you asked nicely, fine. Promise. Okay. 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 I'm wearing lip color. I hope Craig appreciates it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. Craig is here. The third date's about to happen, but sorry to leave you in suspense, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here. So make sure to like this video and click subscribe. I've been uploading 2 a week, although I feel like it made me make a choice. Like it made me choose that this is, I've got to work for it, but the ending is coming up. So there may only be 1 or 2 more episodes of Dream Daddy, so you're gonna want to click subscribe so you don't miss those. Let me know down in the comments. Let me know down in the comments, have you had any high school or college drama with like people you've dated or known or been friends with? Like, I spilled my tea. Feel free to spill your tea all over the comments. Also, there's an old Victorian term I saw on Tumblr, which is called bitch the pot. And so I've been trying to use that in everyday life. Essentially, bitch the pot means pour the tea. So go ahead and bitch the pot down in the comments. I want you to bitch the fuck out of that pot in that comments. Like, spill the tea. Obviously, like, whatever you're comfortable with. But like, I am all ready to read that drag of the people that you know. Does it feel like I'm trying too hard to be a millennial and use your millennial talk? Anyway, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.